DynamicCardStore.com to get the cards. Icons, legends aiming at the stars. Hursty at checkout to save your points. Now your bank account won't be staying empty. DynamicCardStore.com. Use code Hursty. Go on.
Hey there guys, welcome back to Hursty Games and welcome to a squad builder video. Today we're kind of focusing on the fact that very soon Black Friday will be here and we have to take that into account, and a lot of people are going to sell their teams and not really have a squad left over and trying to have as many coins liquid or, you know, available or invested into players that they think are going to be good for SBCs or will go up in price, this kind of thing. And what I have done is build you a very cheap 30,000 coin team that you can have in the meantime that I think will A, do you a job, B, gonna just be usable at least for FUT champs. Even if you just want to get that requalification, you want to push that 11 or 14 wins, I think this is a squad that is more than capable of achieving that. And honestly, I think this is a team that a lot of people wouldn't mind having at this point in the game anyway if they're trying to be on a budget. So I'm going to show you the 30k team. We'll go to the players. Again, I'm not going to go with exact prices because they will fluctuate a little bit. Obviously, in the build up to Black Friday, these prices will probably, if anything, go down as well. But 30,000 coins is all you're going to need. Xbox, PlayStation, you're absolutely set. So without further ado, let's get into the 30k squad builder. Let's go. Okay, so we're going to start off in goal, and we're going to go with one of the keepers on my best keepers in the game list, and that is a certain Mr. Neto. This guy is very good. I use him in quite a few friendly games for a lot of different game modes because he links a lot of people. He's also the current keeper in our EDER to Glory series, and this guy, for his price, is very good. There are very few keepers that I would suggest. One keeper that you could put in here if you're not too fussed about one of your defenders being off chemistry, you could go with Pope because he is going to link to some of the other players in the squad if you build it slightly differently. But with the way I've gone with it, this guy links to both your centre-backs and is a very good keeper. At right back, I've gone with WAN-BISSAKA. Now, you don't have to use the UCL one. This is just the one I happen to have in my club. He costs around 4,000 coins and is one of the more expensive players in this team. But by far, the best right back I've used this year outside of Kyle Walker. I think Kyle Walker is amazing, but he is about 90,000 coins. WAN-BISSAKA for less than 5k is absolutely incredible. This guy's fantastic. I highly recommend him, and he just is a very good right back. Into the two centre-backs, two very overpowered centre-backs. We're going to start off with EDER MILITAO, arguably one of the most overpowered centre-backs you'll find in the game. Very quick, pretty darn good defense and physicality, but just a very good centre-back. A lot of people run EDER MILITAO this year. He is so cheap, but he is so effective, and I highly recommend checking EDER MILITAO out. Obviously gets a lot of links to a lot of very good players that are slightly outside of this 30k range, but I have to say EDER MILITAO, for the price he is an absolutely phenomenal centre-back. And one of the only centre-backs I think that is arguably better than him for a similar kind of price range is Diego Carlos. This guy is absolutely unbelievable. One of the best centre-backs I think this year, hands down anyway, especially if you're working on a budget. So honestly, Diego Carlos for me is the absolute must in this team. The fact he's 3-star 4-star, by the way, is absolutely outrageous, but he just is an absolute boss, an absolute beast at the back. Think about like Varane last year, with how good Varane was last year. For me, Diego Carlos is pretty much on that point. He is at that level. Obviously, Varane this year being incredibly expensive and much higher rated. But I have to say, Diego Carlos is just an absolute unit and a steal at the price that he is. Going on to left back, we get that link to Carlos, and we go with RENAN LODI, a very good left back. One that I would say you do need to at least have a an anchor card on. If you want to go and put a shadow on, then you're more than welcome to. Obviously, it does raise the price up a little bit, but an anchor card on LODI is more than enough. A very good, very versatile left back. I have to say, the high medium work rate doesn't really feel high medium. I think he definitely feels more of a medium. He does go up if you set the instructions for him, but other than that, I have to say he does a very good job at left back. Again, for me, Mendy, obviously, in my opinion, the best left back in the game, but LODI is a very good cheap alternative. Obviously gets the links to the players we've got around him as well. Into our first of our two CDMs for this team, I've gone with Fred. Fred is a very good player. Very versatile CDM kind of role, and I have to say probably can be utilised as a bit of a box-to-box if you want to. Obviously isn't the tallest, got that high work rate, but I've partnered him with someone a little bit taller so you can get away with having someone shorter like Fred in there. Bit of a cheap version of Kante, not as good as Kante granted, but Kante obviously again much more expensive, so therefore should realistically be better. But Fred is, for his price, a very good CDM, and always somebody that I'll recommend if you're trying to find a cheap Prem or Brazilian CDM on a budget. Up next, with the other side of the CDM, we are going to go with Marcus Llorente, 6 foot, so not the tallest, but tall enough to add into that midfield to be the taller part of your 2 CDM partnership with Fred. And Llorente is a very, very good card. It's one of the cards right at the start of the year everyone looked at and thought that is an incredible card for an 82 rating, and that is because he is an incredible card for an 82 rating. High work rates again, so 2 high work rates on the CDMs, but honestly, if you have them on stay back while attacking, they do stay back. I have tried this team out, and it does work perfectly fine for me. And Llorente is a very, very, very good centre mid card, so I do highly recommend using him. Either as a box-to-box or just as a stay-back CDM, he will do both very, very well for you. And again, 3-star on a midfielder is not the end of the world. On the Fred, you have got that 4-star skill moves, but it means you've got just a bit of versatility in that midfield. And honestly, he is a very, very good card. As a starting off in the game, he is a cam, but in-game I'd play him either as a wide cam in a 4-2-2-2 or a central cam in a 4-2-3-1. I've gone with Richarlison. This guy is very good. I really do like using this card. I think, again, if you want to go full like meta sweat on him, you'll go with a Hunter. But I've got a Hawk because they cost 200 coins. And he is very, very good. 4-star, 5-star. Very, very effective. Also has the high defensive work rate. So if you play him as a cam, he does actually get back and assist your fullbacks quite a bit. If you play him as a wide cam, which I found quite an added bonus, which is why his goals and assists are maybe slightly lower. But again, realistically, if you look at those goal contributions, that's all in Div Rivals and a few games of foot. So that's not too bad from Richarlison at all. But I really do enjoy his card. And I do think, for the price, a very, very good card. 30k budget right now. You're looking at this team. It is very, very effective. It's very meta as well. And to hit that meta, we've gone with ADAMA TRAORE. Now, 2 little stinkers on ADAMA TRAORE. Low shooting and 2-star weak foot. Now, the 2-star weak foot does not feel like a 2-star weak foot. I can tell you that categorically right this second. If you put a Deadeye on this card, you're looking at like 75-ish shooting. It absolutely fixes it. You're looking at nearly 80 passing, absolutely fixes it. And it literally just ticks all the boxes for this card that you might think are slightly lacking. I would play this guy at striker with the guy we also have in this team as a striker. For me, he really does do the job. I was a bit of a naysayer about ADAMA at the start of the year because he just didn't do it for me. Couple more times of using him, and my god, ADAMA TRAORE does it for me. I think since the tweak to the update, the game update, he really has started to kick in, and for me, he plays so much better. So ADAMA TRAORE, again, 200 coins in the Deadeye. They are not expensive, and it still keeps you within the 30k budget, by the way. So definitely consider picking up ADAMA TRAORE for this team as well, because he will do you the job. Into the middle, the second striker to go with Richarlison or ADAMA, however you want to run it, is Rodrigo. 4-star, 3-star. 3-star skill, weak foot, sorry, this year does not feel like 3-star weak foot. It feels like last year's 4-star, and he is very, very good. You can see I played plenty of games with him. That's some games as striker. That's a lot of games at cam for where he was playing on my team. But I have to say, Rodrigo, for me, is one of the best budget strikers in the game. You can see I bought him 35,000 coins at the start of the year. He is now nowhere near that. So do not panic thinking I'm lying to you, because this guy is very, very, very cheap, but very, very good. So trust me, his left foot is going to score you goals for days. His right foot is not going to be as bad as you're stressing out seeing that 3-star weak foot. He's got the 4-star skill moves, which for me, for a striker, is a very, very important trait to have. And honestly, one of the best finishes in the game for me. I've currently got a finisher on him. If I was to maybe tweak that again to fit with the meta, I'd maybe now go with a Hunter just to get him on that 99 pace, just to have him really attacking defenses. But you can see with the finisher, he's still scored goals, got assists, etc., etc. for me. So really is worth looking at. And the final player in this team is none other than CARRASCO. CARRASCO is a very overlooked card this year because there are so many good left mid players. So many people just save up and get Ousmane Dembele. If you're not wanting to spend the coins on an Ousmane Dembele, plus I have to say Ousmane Dembele in this team doesn't actually get the chemistry, but he is a cheap version of Dembele. Dembele is fantastic. He's got the 5-star skill moves and everything, but 4-star, 4-star, more than good enough for me. He's got that high attacking work rate as well, so he's going to stay forward because he's got the low defensive work rate. He does seriously have incredibly good dribbling. That 84 dribbling is more than good enough to cause defensive problems. Again, if you want to go full sweat, go for a Hunter. Otherwise, get I forgot the name of the blooming chem style. Hawk is the name of the chem style I was looking for. Otherwise, get a Hawk. Again, they're 200 coins. They're so cheap this year, so definitely consider picking up Hawk chem styles for him otherwise. But honestly, this team is going to get you wins. This team, if you're just looking to just liquid your club and just have coins there, but have a little team to play around with and have a little bit of fun with, but is a decent little team, then this team for 30,000 coins, you are absolutely laughing. And I highly recommend it. Again, it fits the meta. It's cheap as chips, and it's going to get you some wins. And hopefully you'll enjoy using it, because for me, all 11 players you're seeing there fit the meta. All 11 players on your screen right now are very, very good cards, and I highly recommend each and every one of them. Honestly, I think this team will do you absolute bits, and you should get some plentiful wins for 30,000 coins. Mad. But that is it for the end of this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do leave a like on the video. If you end up using this team, let us know in the comment section down below so people can get some opinions. If there's any players you would potentially tweak, again, trying to keep in that 30k budget. This team, at the time of recording, is 28,900 coins on PlayStation, 29,450 coins on Xbox. So you have a little bit of freedom there. But honestly, for this team, 30,000 coins, I think is an absolute steal. So again, let us know in the comments if there's anyone you would change. If you're new to the channel, please do consider hitting that subscribe button. It's greatly appreciated, massively supports the channel. So thank you, of course, if you do choose to do so. And make sure you turn on notifications to be told anytime that we upload a video, or indeed go live with a live stream. But for now, guys, I want to say a massive thank you for watching. I've been Tom. You guys have been awesome, and I'll see you soon. Look after yourselves, and of course, wash your hands.
What?
In a bit.
Nah, his name is Hursty. Slap bald head, yeah, it'll probably hurt me. Bang top bins, it'll probably hurt you. Ginger, streamer, platform, YouTube. Drop a name in the chat or say hello. Entertain, yeah, you already know. Capital H, yeah, I'ma read it slow. Hursty games, yeah, you already know.